Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. This is Justine. I wanted to talk about something that I didn't really expect would have as much significance on me as it did. So about 9 days ago, an EDM artist passed away, Avicii. It was really, I think, unexpected. I wasn't aware that he had health issues, but I never really followed him that much. I listened to some of his music, but not the biggest fan of his, so wasn't aware of anything like that. So when I first heard of his death, Avicii was 28 when he passed away. I was really surprised, obviously, and sad. I didn't really think, I guess, a whole lot of it, just because he wasn't really a huge influence to me, just because I only listened to his popular songs, I guess. So I expected it, even though it bummed me out to hear that he passed away, I expected it to just kind of fade away from my mind after I heard. In the days following his death, I decided to just go back and listen to all his music that I had saved on my Spotify playlists. And a lot of the songs that I used to listen to from him, I don't really listen to so much anymore, but I used to 3 or 4 years ago. So it was really nostalgic to sort of go back and listen to those songs. And just, I feel like it sunk in a little bit more, how much I actually liked his music. I started to think a lot about who Avicii was and the impact he really made on EDM, not only EDM music, but I think just my generation. I kind of did some research a little bit on EDM. And when I use that term, I kind of use it loosely, kind of just referring to electronic pop, or some people think rave, club music. I started to read a little bit more, and I learned that EDM music up until about 10 years ago was really not that popular. It was not popular in the mainstream, at least, and it was really sort of viewed negatively by majority culture because it was associated with kind of people who do drugs, basically. So like I said, that was how it was up until about 10 years ago. And then Avicii, among, I'm sure, other artists, were sort of the first to really redefine what EDM music was. And he didn't really follow all the rules as far as how typical EDM sounded. I admire people who are able to take something that nobody else may really see that has value and see the value in it and make it new and bring out the life in it. And I feel that's really what Avicii was able to do with EDM. In his song Hey Brother, this is just one song that I personally really like. It has a sound to it that is very, I think, resilient and really triumphant. I think that's a good way of describing it, of that song. And I can totally see how that song in particular, it really does connect with, I guess, with my generation. My generation being one that is more skeptical of a lot of the promises that previous generations kind of bought into, the American dream. We're not so much as convinced that that will bring us happiness. And I think we're also a little bit more feeling just the weight of how much wrong there is in the world, And so with a song like Hey Brother that has such a hopeful sound to it, has this triumphant sort of feeling, I think just is so powerful to us. And so, I don't know, that's just one example of how I think Avicii was able to really connect with millennials. I just kind of wanted to like give a tribute to Avicii and all that he did during his time here on Earth. So sad to hear that he has passed away. So that's all I really got for today. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.